Hi there. Today I'm going to share how I use the Cricut Easy Press to heat transfer foil onto paper. These are a couple samples that I did a couple days ago, and you can see the designs there. But I used the heat transfer technique, which you clear emboss a stamped image onto your paper, and then you use the Deco foil for the foiling. And normally people show videos on how to do that with a laminator, and I don't have one. I'm not going to buy one. But a few days ago I watched a video that was a couple years old, and she mentioned that people have told her to use an iron. And I thought, I have the Cricut Easy Press that I bought originally for my sewing projects to bond two pieces of fabric together. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try that because I bought this Deco foil to try to use it somehow, and I never have. I only have one color, so this is all I have to sample with. But it's a pearlized color. This is the size of the sheets that come in that roll. But it's the same technique that you would use for a laminator. But I'm going to use my heat press and show you. So this is what the sheet will look like when you're done. That's what these two pieces are, and you can still reuse that. There's a whole lot left still on here, but I'm using two different images today for the sample. I wanted to do a background stamp, so I clear embossed this background stamp from Spellbinders, and I use Versamark ink, and then this clear embossing powder on it. So like I said, it's the same technique that you would use on a laminator. My Cricut heat press is set on 300 degrees, and it will take about 5 to 7 seconds to heat set this foil onto the image. So, because I tried a couple different times, and it'll just melt your embossing powder right away, and you're left with nothing. You probably could turn that down a little bit, but I looked online to see what temperature of a laminator gets to, and it said 300, so that's what I set my Easy Press to. So in approximately 5 to 7 seconds, it will be done. So shiny side up. There's a dull side, and then there's a shiny side, or pretty side they call it. Pretty side up. This is just a lightweight piece of copy paper. I'm going to put my paper in there just like a laminator would. And I haven't done a background stamp, so we're going to see how it works. Now my Easy Press is a 9x9, and it does have the seconds settings on there, but honestly I'm just going to count myself. So I'm going to set it down, and light pressure, 4, 5, 6, 7, and if it doesn't transfer all the way, I can put it back on. I can put the press back on it. So let's see. Take it out, and from doing a couple of these, it's got some air bubbles in it, but it looks as if it has all. You probably can't see. It's so shiny. To me, it looks like it's all transferred. Now they say to cool it. Some people peel it off of fabric when it's hot. I think it looks done to me. Did get some funny spots where those wrinkles were, but there it is. You can see without the glare the pretty metallic pearl on the background stamp. And see, this is your, let me get this out of the way. Here's what the sheet looks like that's left. There is extra pieces there, but see, look, 5 to 7 seconds, I am done. Laminators are kind of slow, so yeah, that one worked nice. And as far as it coming off, these ones I let cool. These were my first ones. I let them cool really good and rubbed on it, and it doesn't seem to be coming off at all. This one, I obviously is not probably cooled all the way down. But yeah, it doesn't appear that it's coming off at all. So, cool. Now you can cut this up, leave it, you know, this is a 5x7 piece of cardstock from Stampin' Up. I think there's the 80-pound cardstock, whatever you want. So that's not too bad. I like that. Alright, so this one is a little different. Let me take my pieces off. This one I stamped in clear embossed, just like the background. This up here I stamped and embossed with the coordinating embossing powder is blue. I wanted to see how different it would look, if at all, with a colored embossing powder. That's why this one up here kind of looks white-ish. And then this one's real dark. So, again, this time I cut my pieces to the size. Now, this one I did use my embossing buddy, the little chalk bag, and rubbed over this before I embossed. This one I didn't, but it doesn't look like I got any embossing anywhere else, because wherever there's embossing, this is going to stick. So make sure that you get no strays, unless you're planning on cutting it out. Alright, so I'm going to stick that in there. And I'm going to turn it. Now this pad is the Cricut Easy Press pad. It's a thick pad designed for that. You can use like a towel, fold it up, as long as it's a heat-safe surface with a little bit of thickness. It should work just fine if you don't have one. So here we go back again with this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And up. And open it up. Alright. That looks like it is good. So I'll just cool it off. Now I have not done any fabric transfers with my heat press. I said I originally bought it just for adhering 2 pieces of fabric together. So I have a lot of uses to use that on. Nice. Pretty. Alright, so there is, I don't know if you can see it, there is quite a bit of difference in the color. As far as clear embossing powder or colored embossing powder, it changes the color of the purling a little bit, but not drastically. I think it's cool. These stamps are from Unity Stamp Company, these 2 images. And then again, I mean, it's not going to peel off, especially when it cools all the way. I like it. It works great. And like I said, I don't have to sit there and wait for for it to run through a laminator. 5-7 seconds, I'm good. It's done. Now this is cut to a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece, like a card front size. Yeah, I'm good with that. So now I'm going to be wanting more colors of the Deco foil. Gina K Designs has some really pretty colors of foils with different sparklies and whatnot in it. But like I said, this one I did, this of course is black cardstock. It does show up really well on that because it's darker. So if you have an Easy Press and you do paper crafts, I just wanted to let you know that you can do heat foiling with it. Just watch your time because you'll melt your powder, but otherwise you're good to go. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.